Right, my name is ChigArrayVid3, still on arrays. That is video number 3. But this time we are going to use the same example, but this time we are going to declare our array implicitly. In other words, we are going to use syntax number 1. We are going to declare the array, but we are not going to give it its initial values. I want you to note that. Right, we are going to let me see. Right, we are going to look at our example number 2. We're going to store 5 names of students in an array. The array name is sname. We're going to use syntax 1. In other words, we're going to declare implicitly. Now, what is to declare implicitly? You know, this is a deep English. Now, let me explain this in order to help you. What is going to happen is we're going to declare our variable sname, but we are not going to give it its initial values. We are going to declare an array in a module level. We are going to display the contents of an array on a list box. Alright, let us go and do it. Right, what is going to happen here? We're going to declare an array called snames. The array will be declared implicitly. Remember, we're going to store 5 names. Now let me show you how to declare an array implicitly. In other words, you declare without initializing its values. Right, you're going to have private snames. Right, what is the highest subscript? That is what you have to ask yourself. Remember, we have 5 elements. Now, if we have 5 elements, our highest subscript is 5 minus 1. Therefore, we have to write 4. And then you say as string. Right, we have declared our our array implicitly. In other words, we have declared it, but we haven't, we haven't added the initial values. Now, where are we going to load our arrays? Now, by default, it is very, very important to load your arrays on the forms load event. Let me repeat this. By default, it is very, very important that you load your arrays in the variable form load event. In other words, your arrays must be loaded when the form loads. Let me repeat this. By default, we must make sure that we declare our arrays, we load our arrays when the form load. Now let me double click here to go to form load. This is my procedure, form load. In other words, everything that I'm going to type here will happen when the form loads. Right, loading. Right, loading arrays. Right, we are going to have sname. Right, sname element number 0. Right, is David. Right, we have sname element number 1. This is going to be Eric. Right, we have snames element number 2 is Norman. We have snames element number 3. Say, for example, we have Fred. We have sname element number 4, which is John. Right, now we have loaded our arrays. Remember, we declared our array implicitly. In other words, we declare our arrays without giving it its initial value. Now, when the form load, we are going to load our arrays. we're going to load our arrays. Right, let me run the program. Right, there is it. The clear method is the same, you display. The clear method is the same, you display. The clear method is the same, and you exit.